So welcome everyone, my dear Rotarians, to the Zoom transform and rollout session. So I'm going to read out the house rules just to remind you again. Please have a name to your Zoom profile, and all participants will be on mute when we start. At the end, if you are called upon to speak or to answer any questions or to ask questions, or if you want to speak, please unmute yourself and use the Zoom chat function to post your questions and any relevant remarks to the session. And think of your action on the camera. And if you connect with more than one device, please make sure you mute one of the device or disable the audio in one of the device and turn on your video. And the host will time to time check whether the name and video is on. If the name is on device name, then we will remind you or warn you to rename yourself. And that's it. Let's start. All right, so the GDL for today is Dr. Bernard Chan from the Rotary Club of Bandar Sungai Petani and past Assistant Governor Nagesh from Rotary Club of Kuala Lumpur Diraja. So let me read the introduction of past Assistant Governor Dr. Bernard Chan. He became a charter member of Rotary Club of Bandar Sungai Petani in 2010. He started exploring the use of video conferencing platform for district secretariat meetings and club meetings for traveling members to connect at their weekly meetings. That contributed to his home club's high attendance rate. He has been sharing on technicalities of Zoom participation and hosting since the idea of using Zoom platform for DTA was mooted. Today he's going to share on the basics of how to use Zoom features and Zoom experience with more pleasant, if that's possible. Also, he will talk about tips on hosting your meetings. So that's Dr. Bernard Chan. And I'd like to read the other GDL's intro. Past Assistant Governor Nagesh, originally from India, a member of Rotary Club of Kumbon Park, Bangalore. Joined Rotary Club of USJ in the year 2002 and was inducted as a member of, as district webmaster in Rotary year 2002-2003. He has been serving the district in IT related and e-group and websites. He is currently the IT secretary for the district. He will be talking about alternate options of video conferencing and security issues pertaining to Zoom and other platforms. Currently, he's a member of Rotary Club of KL Diraja, which he joined in August 2019. And he's also the main man behind the creation of all our social media channel, an account in the district, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and he's also managing the portal. So there you go. Past Assistant Governor Bernard Chan and past Assistant Governor Nagesh. So over to you guys.
Hello. Thank you, Raj. Okay, so for today, Nagesh is going to put up the share screen first. Okay, I hope you've had a good week zooming in every day for the DTA rollout. And it seems that we have all had quite a bit of exercise and practice in using Zoom. So actually this was meant to be the initial one so that we can sort of learn a little bit about basics and use participation in Zoom. But after having gone through a week of Zoom, I think a lot of you have gained some experience. But at the same time, it also shows us what are the pointers that we can look out for and what else we can improve on. So I'll go a little bit first about participation. Okay, next. Oh, somebody is annotating on the screen, the yellow line.
Can you come?
Okay. So this was the Zoom that the mother of all Zoom that we started off with. About 500 people attended this Zoom meeting when the DTA started. And since then, we've been using for meetings. And the district secretariat has got its own Zoom account now, and many clubs have been contacting secretariat for their meetings. Okay. So a few basic things. This is a Zoom desktop app. When you come in for a new meeting, join the meeting, schedule, and share screen. And in the on the phone app, it looks about the same. It's a similar thing as well. And a little bit about the invitation. Okay, some of you, when you receive this invitation, you're thinking, hey, so many, it's so complicated it looks. Okay, there's a join link, and this has already a password embedded in it. Or you can join by opening the app just now, click join, and entering the meeting ID and password when you are prompted. Now, the other way you can join actually is by calling in. If you're away from a computer with a mic and video, you can actually use. Can you hear? Very soft. If you're away from a computer with a mic and video, you can actually call in by phone. So you call this number and enter the meeting ID number and the password. Okay. All right. So important thing for you to identify yourself, because if you come out as Huawei or Dell, Windows or iPhone, we don't know who you are. So the host doesn't know who you are. And so the host has been asking you to rename yourself, put your name in. As you come in, if you are not logging into Zoom, you just use once off. And when you go in, the app will ask your name. So you enter your name and click OK, so that when you use it, the host knows who is there. Sometimes you are in the waiting room. The host doesn't know who you are. It will take a long time to actually ask you and before he let you in to the meeting. And when you're in the meeting, you can also rename yourself if the host allows it. So it depends on the host settings. Okay, this is a waiting room, and sometimes you will see these meeting messages if the host please identify yourself. Okay. Somebody is turning on 2 audios, and so I can hear my echo.
I'll check all the
mute. So this is a short note about calling in. This is how you call in. And when you call in, there's no video, of course, because you're on the phone. This is what the other members in the meeting will see. You'll see a phone call and then your phone number partially. Okay, so once you're in. Okay, note about speaker view and gallery view, because that is one problem that many people have been asking. This is speaker view. Speaker view means you see the speaker and the other members, participants are in the small list. And if you see this grid of 9 dots, this is the icon to show the gallery view. This is a gallery view where you see all the participants in the meeting. And there's a place called speaker view for you to change to speaker view. So speaker view is you see the speaker in a one big video, and the others are small. Whereas gallery view, you can see more people, up to 25 or even 48, depending on the computer that you're using. Okay. All right. So a little bit more so that you get familiarized and no worries about using Zoom. This is a participant list. You can show this by clicking on more. Sometimes if this space is big, you might see the participant list. So if you click on the participant list, this will come up. And if you click it down on your Zoom, you can see the participant list come up. There will be about 142 now participants. So you can see who is there in the meeting together with you. The other window that you can open up is a group chat. So this is a group chat that you're chatting in. Okay. Okay. So it's also available from more here, or if this window is bigger, you will see the chat over there. Okay. The other feature is share screen. Later I'll talk about share screen. Okay, what about audio? If you're using two devices, like as Raj said, if you're using two devices, you have to mute one of them. The reason is because if you have a speaker and then you have a mic, you will get interference, you get echo. You will get echo. So what you can do is unmute one of them, and somebody is annotating on the slide. So you have to unmute. You have to mute one of them. All right. So this is your mute button on the left lower bottom of the window. Okay. And you have to make sure your audio is also muted on the computer. So be aware of what's going on in the background. Background noises. Sometimes typing. It's something you're not aware. When you type, the sound actually carries to all the participants. This one you're not aware because you don't hear it. You don't hear the sound on your speaker, but others can hear it very clearly. Barking, children, background, motorbike, something you can hear that. Okay. Next is video. So video is quite simple. You choose a video where it's bright enough to see your face like this, and you can see the head and the part of the neck and the body. Sometimes if it's too dark, you can't see you like this. Can't see, or the light is from the back, your backlight, and you can't see. So it's best to have some light from the front or from the side, so that you can see you like this. I guess you can see. Right? Okay, and remember what you think about what's in the background. Like during the session, usually Susan had a very nice artwork there, and IDG has a rotary clock and some banners. So put up something nice in the background. The other way you can put nice background is like this. So PDG, Total Agenda, DGS, you've got nice virtual backgrounds. Okay, so how do you make a virtual background is when you go to the left bottom at the video section. Let me show you where it is.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, this. Oh, somebody else is talking. Okay, next to the start video, there's an up button. So if you click here.
Batangkali.
Batangkali.
Give me a minute, I'm checking.
Shega Krishna. Okay, so the up button, and you will see a virtual background. So you can edit your virtual background. Okay. Like this. But before you put on a virtual background, you need to have a physical background which is plain, and preferably is plain green color. So it's called a green background. So if it's not plain, there's a lot of patterns on it. You will not be able to get a good virtual background, and sometimes you will see the background on your face instead of in the background. Okay. Next is about screen sharing. This is the screen sharing button is at the bottom. This is for you to share any windows that you have already open. So before you screen share, you open your windows first. Let's say you open your PowerPoint or your media player or your browser. You open them to where you want to share, and then you hit the screen share, the share screen button. Select which window. Okay, and click share. So what happens is it will share that window. If your Zoom window is above it, it's okay. You can still see, the others can still see. But if you move another window on top of it, then you will block the view by the other participants.
Bernard,
Okay,
I think some
yes?
of them are having difficulty hearing you. Is there any way for you
Oh.
to up your mic volume?
Okay, just a minute. Is it? Maybe
It's fine from my end. I can hear you.
Yeah. Okay.
No, but
Maybe
there's
just
quite a lot of
increase.
comments on chat. Yeah.
Increase
Bernard
your
is a
voice.
quiet voice, so I think you have to increase your volume on your own computer.
Maybe I speak louder.
Yeah, Bernard's voice is very quiet normally itself.
Yeah, I will normally. Okay, so what happened is the other thing is that you remember to if you're sharing video, you need to share computer sound. Otherwise, the video will be silent. So when you screen share, click on the video, and then click on the share computer sound before you click share. Okay, so that is screen sharing. And when you want to stop sharing, there is a stop sharing button which is red. And click on that, it will stop sharing. Okay. All right. So a few words about hosting. I think many of us will be hosting because you'll be running your club meetings, and many will be taking up the hosting responsibility. So there are a few things that you need to do. One is scheduling a meeting. When you schedule a meeting, you go to your account and click on the meetings for you to schedule the meetings. Right? Okay. Go back. All right. So when you schedule a meeting, you need to set the settings, security settings that you want. Whether it's very secure, you need registration, whether you don't need registration, whether you need a password or no password. Later on, Nagesh will speak more about the security settings that we want to use for setting the scheduling the meeting. And after you schedule, there's an invitation link. So you click.
Bernard, unmute.
Bernard.
Okay. All right. So after that, you need to send your invitation. Okay. Okay. Now, as host, you will have the same basic meeting controls plus some extra. So basic meeting controls are there. Your participant lists are there. Your group chat is there. Okay. Your share screen is there. So these things are there. And you have extra things. You have security here. So security features later, Nagesh will talk to you. And you can also have the ability to mute all. So you can mute all participants when you're going to start the meeting, or you can leave it unmuted. That depends on the nature of your meeting. Right? And you have another button called the end meeting. So instead of just leave meeting, you can also end the meeting as the host. So when you share the screen, this is your meeting controls. You have the same, you have extra, this is security. Right. So from here, the control in the participant list is not just to see the participant, but you can also control. You can ask, you can mute somebody if the audio is noisy. Let's say he's getting on the phone and then he forgets to mute himself. You can mute him. You can turn off the video, or you can ask him to turn on the video. You cannot unmute somebody. You can only ask the participant to unmute. You cannot also turn on the video. You can only ask the participant to turn on. But you can turn off the video, and you can mute the participant. So if it's noisy or the video is inappropriate, you can turn it off. The other thing you can do as a host is you can remove somebody. So if somebody is Zoom bombing, you can remove that person, or you can move the person to the waiting room. Okay. So that is the extra sort of powers of the host. is required because you have to have somebody like the sergeant at arms to control. Okay, one thing that the host can do to make the meeting run smoother, Zoom housekeeping rules. So you can unmute, you can mute everyone, and you can allow participants to unmute themselves if they want to speak. Or in your setting, you can actually say participants are not allowed to unmute. That is a prerogative of the host. And all these housekeeping rules initially to help keep the meeting pleasant. Okay, so housekeeping rules. Okay, so I'm going to hand over to Nagesh now to talk to you about the security in Zoom.
Thank you, Bernard. Good afternoon, everybody. Okay, Bernard has given you the basics on how to use the Zoom. It was very comprehensive. Thank you. Okay, we have a myth that Zoom is not secure. So I am trying to unprove that. Okay, hope I'll be successful. Okay, this is a video.
It seemed like people were checking in, and then very quickly it devolved into a lot of pornographic images being dumped as screenshots.
Beau Friedlander was Zoom bombed during a business meeting last week. He says he fears it could have cost him business.
It screwed up the meeting completely. We totally lost an opportunity when it happened.
Zoom founder and CEO Eric Yuan says there are things we can be doing every day to protect ourselves while using the platform.
You need to understand those security features about how to use Zoom.
Some of those features Zoom recommends: create a password for each Zoom meeting. You could also establish a waiting room for your group. This way you can welcome each person individually and keep track of who's coming in. And for added safety, lock down the meeting once everyone's inside. This way no one new can come in once the meeting has begun.
We take data privacy very, very seriously. We have a privacy policy, and our intention is never wanted to sell any customer data.
And according to the CEO, there is no tracking customers after meetings are complete.
Yeah, after the meeting is over, we do not track anything.
While safety is the top priority, Zoom also has a lot of features to make your quarantine meetings a little more fun, like customizable backgrounds, transforming a boring corner of my bedroom into the New York Harbor. Here we go. This is so much better. I feel so much more at home with Lady Liberty at my side.
Absolutely. You look great.
Okay. Guys, that was CEO of the Zoom. Okay, I would like to cover the security issues, which is already covered in the video. Okay, one of the most important thing is registration is mandatory, especially if you are hosting a meeting. Not just your club members, you are inviting others. So make sure they register. If it's a club member, of course, you can always enable waiting room. You know them. Check whether they are your members and then allow them inside. So waiting room is mandatory. Registration, it depends what kind of meeting you're hosting. Okay, and registration, one advantage and is once you register with your email ID, there will be a unique link created for you and that will be sent. We saw that problem in the first session where the unique link was used by several people and people could not get in. Those problems will come in. Of course, there is some problem regarding if you create the unique link, some people might say, okay, I didn't get email, it's not come to me, then they'll not be able to get into the meeting. So if there is a registration, make sure that all of them get the email separately because they can log in using that email alone when the registration is enabled. Okay, other things which we need to be careful while hosting Zoom is there is a thing that we can, when we are recording the session, you can record session either locally, that's on your PC, or on the cloud. So it's always better to record it locally because the other security factors which involves the cloud security will not be having a problem. Okay. One more thing which we need to understand is restrict share screen option. With this, if you restrict the share screen option, there is no way people can Zoom bomb you. Okay, you ask your host to screen share, others you can disable. This can be done in the settings, in the Zoom settings. Okay, and once the meeting is started, lock the meeting. Okay, and once you lock the meeting, people cannot get in. Say for example, you have 20 people in your club. So once you have all the 20 or 15 or 10, whatever it is, you can lock the meeting and don't allow others. Okay, and the other two things which normally people don't consider is making your computer safe. Okay, this, when we are sharing videos, GIFs and things like that, the problem is there will be some script. The hackers will use script to put into the GIF. They embed that into the GIF images. And once they come into your PC, they will have control of your PC, control of your email. So it's always better to take care of your PC first. That is, if you have antivirus, it's not sufficient. You need to have internet security with firewall enabled. Okay, any questions on this, you can ask me after this session. I'll be more than happy to answer you. Okay, and also Zoom will be regularly updating. Their versions will be updating. I'll tell you each time what they do it. Okay, every time they do it, there'll be some security enhancements. Okay, it's always better to update Zoom regularly. Okay, I go back a little. Okay, when it comes to, there is a myth telling that Zoom is collecting information from us and selling it. This is in the YouTube and other places. Okay, Zoom only collects only mandatory fields, which is according to Data Privacy Act, even of our Rotary, it's compliant. Okay, they only collect email address, user password, first name and last name. And user password, when there's transmission between the servers, it is encrypted. Okay, and hashing and salted. Hashing is the most secure known encryption technology to human beings at the moment, where people cannot hack it. Okay, and AES is one more, where they send all the data, our videos, GIF and everything. They use AES encryption when they are talking to each other servers. Okay, and they use secure private networks. Why I'm telling you this is, let's forget about Zoom is not secure and all. It's us, we need to be careful. If you follow all the rules, security rules properly, it's almost very tight, secure. Of course, we cannot compare this to some of the corporate ones which are available in the market. This is a new video conferencing software available. So they are developing each time. If you notice, the security tab was not there in March. It came in April. Okay, because we upgraded Zoom. Okay, for example, these things will able to lock meeting, enable waiting room. Even say, for example, while you are hosting, you have forgotten all this, you can come here and enable and disable here. Okay, rename themselves, whether they can chat or not, whether they can share screen or not. All those things can be controlled by the host. Okay, using this tab. Okay, that's all from me as far as the security aspects are concerned. Okay, let me, if you have any questions, please let us know. One more thing which we want to announce to you is we can host club meetings for you. I don't know how many people are already using video conferencing technologies for their meetings. If you are not using, please take our help. We are more than happy to help you. And if you are not decided on what video conferencing methodology you want to use, we can share one-to-one. We can have a Zoom meeting one-to-one and see what is required for you. For example, if you are a tech-savvy club, okay, we can suggest something better than Zoom. Better than means more secure than Zoom when it comes to, but less facilities and less than the Zoom. And also we can assess your host computer security, whether you have internet security, whether you have any malware or any virus in your PC. We can do it remotely. Just let us know, we can help you. Okay, these are some of the resources which we got from the internet. Okay, the first link, I'm putting this in the share chat. Okay, the first one is some hidden features in Zoom where you can make your meeting interesting, Zoom meeting interesting. That's the first link. Okay, the second was basics of Zoom. The third one is telling you how to look good in your webcam, means apply makeup and all those things. And the fourth one is if you want to buy Zoom or anything from this thing, there are some offers given by the RI Rotary International. You can go there, but you have to have a My Rotary account to access this last link. You have My Rotary account, you can access, and you can get our Zoom at a lower price. We also see other RI has suggested some more video conferencing solutions like Skype meeting, GoToMeeting, and all in that featured. GoToMeeting is one more similar to Zoom, and for people who are 10, 20 people, 20 members, they can consider that. And it's cheaper than Zoom. It's around $8 US approximately, whereas Zoom is around $14 to $15 approximately per month. And dollar means USD. And if you go through Rotary My Portal, we'll get around 10 or 20% discount for this thing. Please avail that. Okay. Thank you very much for giving us an opportunity. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Past Assistant Governor Dr. Bernard Chan and Past Assistant Governor Nagesh. Thank you for the very insightful, interesting technical information. All right, let's go to the questions now. Can I start with... There's the first question from Dr. Ernest. What are the essentials to have to participate in program?
Yeah, I think they mean what do you need to use Zoom, is it? So if you want to use Zoom, you need to have either a PC or Android phone, iPhone or Linux. And you need to have internet connection, speaker, and camera, webcam. But if you don't want to have video on, you can just have a speaker and a mic. So even if you don't have any of this, you can still call in. You can use your old any phone, even the home phone. You can still call in with the phone number to get into a Zoom meeting.
Yeah, hope you was asking for the requirements. Yeah, yeah.
I think so.
All right. Yeah, maybe we'll revisit that if Dr. Bernard didn't answer his question. We'll go back to that later. And Hans asked, if you are a host, do you key in mail address of the invitees? I assume is email address.
Email address. Actually, there are two ways to do it. One is you use registration. What we are doing for the sessions, we have sent out the registration form, and you key in your registration, your email there, and the email will be sent to you directly with the link to join the Zoom meeting. The other way, actually, as a host in Extrovert, is if you have a list of email addresses, you can actually key in as a registration. So the email will be sent to all these emails that you have keyed in. So that can be done with an Excel file. Log in and use all the emails in the Excel file. You can actually send the email invitation to everyone on the Excel file.
Okay, can you create a group in Zoom, like a group, and you have all the email address in there? Because Microsoft Teams can do that. Can you do that?
Can. It's called a channel. You can have contacts. In Zoom, you can have contacts, but we don't use contacts, Zoom contacts so much. And in this context, you can also group together as a channel.
Like your
So-
Rotary Club members, you can create like RC Banda Sungai Petani, and you can have them as a channel, and all the email addresses are there. So every
okay.
week when you send the invite, you just click on the channel. Is that right?
Yes.
Then you can invite everybody there.
All right.
So there's a channel.
And we can chat also. If not video conferencing, you can chat with them as if it's a WhatsApp within the channel.
All right. Okay. Next, DGND, Dr. Krishna. Everyone uses Facebook. How safe is Zoom compared to Facebook? Nagesh? Security?
Facebook has come out with new feature for video. Okay, of course, the security wise, both are, I think, are equal. Like just now I explained you the security features. It's not Zoom or Facebook which is important. They are tools. How we use it is more important. Okay, as users, we need to be careful with the passwords, with the registration methodology and things like that. If you try to bypass and make it simple, naturally there will be security glitches. So it's us which we need to be very careful. Like Zoom, I told you, if you don't have a waiting room, they can hack you. You can be Zoom bombed. So those are the things which we need to practice.
So both are safe, but which is more interesting to use?
At the moment, I think Zoom is more interesting than Facebook.
That is because of the two-way interaction, right?
That's one, and that's my personal view.
Right. Okay.
I think Facebook is more for you want to be public. You want to spread it out to the public. Your video, you want to make it live. You want to actually post it, and you want public to see. Whereas Zoom is for our own meeting.
Yeah, it's more like a panel discussion where people see you and you don't have to see them, right? Yeah.
In fact, your Zoom, let's say this meeting, if you want to make it Facebook Live, you can actually make it Facebook Live or YouTube Live. You can go straight on the live if you want it to be public.
All right, cool. And the next question from DG, Governor Leo, this is the most, I think, common question that everyone is asking. Between Zoom and Microsoft Teams, hosting-wise, which one would you recommend? He said for hosting. Which one would you recommend? When you're a host, which one would you go for?
Actually, I don't know. I haven't been a host for Microsoft Teams before, so I have no answer. I guess your answer.
Okay, it depends on your audience. For example, if it's for our, like I said in the session, okay, it depends on who are your target audience. Okay, if it's corporate, yes, definitely Microsoft Teams is better. Okay, and for Zoom, it's more easier to use. So we use Zoom for Rotary. Okay, and it's endorsed by RI. The Zoom is endorsed by RI. That's the reason they're giving you a discount. Endorsement means that's the one. Okay, and the other one is we have something similar to Microsoft Teams. There is something called Skype Meeting. Skype Meeting, which is owned by Microsoft again. So Skype Meeting runs on Microsoft Teams engine. So if you are very, very concerned about security and you're not confident about Zoom security, you can still use Skype Meeting. But there are limitations in Skype Meeting. Now it's not as versatile as Zoom. That's my opinion.
Yeah, even I personally found Skype is more complicated to set up and to start using than Microsoft Teams. Zoom is still the easiest, but my personal preference was Microsoft Teams because you can create a group and you can have like your club members there, their details, their email addresses. It's like you can have few groups. That's why it's more for corporate. They can have few departments, to have meetings. And the best thing is you can have domain, under the non-profit account. That was very impressive from Microsoft Teams. And PDG Dr. Rajendra asked, is the security tag on the free version? Nagesh?
The most of the things what can be done with pro version can be done with free version. Only issue is we cannot have more than 40 minutes of this thing. I heard that it's been removed. I'm not sure of it. But yesterday, somebody told me it's still 40 minutes maximum you can use in a free, with a free account. Okay, other than that, I don't see. Means, of course, you cannot have a lot of settings are there in Zoom when it comes to hosting, like Bernard suggested. So those things, some of them cannot be done in a free version. But your waiting room, your registration can be done using free one. That's quite enough for your security, especially for hosting your club meetings.
All right. Okay, there's a bit of a discussion on Hangout Meets, Google's Hangout Meet. Have either one of you have used Google Hangouts?
Yeah, I've used Google Hangouts.
Yeah. Okay. The question is, Gurmeet from Mount Kiara Gateway, he mentioned that they are using Google Hangout, and then Dr. DGND Dr. Krishna said everyone must have a Gmail address. Yes, so all Google products you must have that. And is there a time limit for Google Hangout, Nagesh?
No, because the problem here is it's more like a webinar. Google Hangouts is more like a webinar. You can see something like there is no, at least when I used almost a year back, there was no, it was something like our speaker view. There was no grid view in Google Hangouts. Okay, and maximum, I think you can have a grid of 16 or 24, something like that. I don't know about the recent version of Google Hangout. I've used almost a year back. Now I don't know. So Google Hangout is more secure, and disadvantages, you need to have a Gmail account as any other Google product like Raj mentioned.
All right. Again, I'm going to jump a few because most of it are remarks and sharings. Governor Leo again. RC Klanajaya is using Microsoft Teams. Can someone from the club share their experience using Microsoft Teams for hosting with the rest? I think Sanjeev shared a bit on why they changed and why they preferred that platform the other day. Is Sanjeev here? Anyone can share the experience of hosting in Microsoft Teams? Anyone from Klanajaya? Leslie or Sanjeev? Please unmute yourself. All right, so we'll move on. I think we will note down that question. Maybe we can answer it through email or WhatsApp. Yeah. All right, and
I saw a chat on Gmeet. They're using 250 students. Okay, Gmeet is nothing but Google Hangouts in the backend. Has everybody understood what Zoom bombing is? No question on Zoom bombing.
We experienced it in the morning earlier. A slight experience. So you can ask Pushpa to explain about it. Yeah, please, Nagesh, continue.
Because Zoom bombing is nothing very serious, but we are taking it as very, very serious issue. Zoom bombing was serious, and FBI coined it as Zoom bombing because it was used in schools. Means most of the Zoom free versions are used in schools. Free version and the pro version is used in schools, which the link is available floating in the general social media and things like that. People have access to that. So they go in and create problem. That is, if you have a waiting room that could have been avoided, what they do is they get into this thing as one of the, participant, and they start sharing screen. The sharing screen will be nasty. It will be something to do with pornography or religious sentiments, things like that. So that was a major issue, and especially in US. Zoom bombing was very high in US. That's why the security myth came into picture.
All right. Sorry, Dr. Bernard, you want to say something?
Yeah, I think that if you have your meeting ID in the public, anybody can come in. Especially if you have your meeting ID and the password in public, then anybody can come in.
Sure.
I've seen a meeting where the club says this is by invitation, but it's the meeting ID and the password is on Facebook, so anybody can see. So it's like an open invitation for anybody to come. It's just like having a meeting in the park or in the hotel lobby, and everybody can join. So if you want a meeting which is private, you have to keep your meeting ID and password private. That's the way to go.
All right, and Dr. Woon said Zoom bombing is for zombies. Zombies. All right, is past President Dinesh Kumar from Rotary Club of Subang is in the session? PP Dinesh Kumar, are you in the session? Because I just remember Rotary Club Subang is using Microsoft Teams and he's the host. or their virtual coordinator, Rotarian Vinodhan. Are you in the session? And now I know they're not joining the session. All right. All right. Question to PhD Nagesh and Dr. Bernard. This has been a question. Does internet bandwidth and access, the strength of the bandwidth, right? Is it the app, the platform that you're using, or is it your internet strength? For example, let's say my internet is weak, all right, but if I use Zoom, it will be better. But if I use Teams, it will be bad. Is there any quotes, something like that? Any misconception, or is it the truth? These are questions I got privately. If I use Zoom, will my internet be better?
Somebody is typing or what? Okay.
They're making tea. Yeah. Co-host, please.
Okay.
Searching for that.
Yeah, I forgot the question.
Is the video? You mean is the video better if it's?
The reason I'm asking, maybe I'm not putting it in the right way, because
no, I understood.
When someone uses Zoom, they will talk good about Zoom. When someone uses Microsoft Teams, they talk good about Microsoft Teams. And I had another version of this person, I don't want to name, said that if I use Zoom, my internet connectivity is bad, but if I use Zoom, the video is good. But if I use Teams, the video is bad.
No,
is that right?
It could be true, because most of the software backends, they use video optimization. Maybe video optimization of Zoom is better than Microsoft Teams. I'm just assuming things. It could be video optimization, and basically video optimization and audio optimization might be better in Zoom. It all depends on how they've written the code.
So it's not just your bandwidth strength, but also depending on your platform. Correct. That's what you're saying, yeah? All right. And there's a lot of promotion on Microsoft Teams, on features, on looks of it. You can blur your live video background. Yeah. Right? So it's good to see our Rotarians are getting very techy, and they are, getting to know a lot of things. Nagesh, soon they're going to overtake you.
Good. I love it.
Yeah. But the best feature in Zoom is the gallery view that no one is offering. I know Google Meet's maximum is 4, and Teams is a maximum is 4. I'm not sure about Go-To meetings and all that.
We have WhatsApp also, which can give you 4.
WhatsApp? WhatsApp, it gives 4, but I think we have not gone there. All right, so that's all the questions there.
DGND, Dr. Krishna, also. How can the district allay their fears to Rotary e-group to explain how safe? I think Nagesh has produced this thing before regarding advisory on the Zoom security.
Yeah, I sent.
Maybe we need to update as we go along, depending on what features come out and what are the new advisories that come out. Yeah.
Okay, I put in the advisory as well as a presentation comparing different video conferencing in the group. Plus, it's there in the Learning Center, RI Learning Center. You can just go and have a look at it.
Maybe you guys can explain the non-profit package, the non-profit account package that Teams and Google Hangout is offering.
Probably
for those who are not aware of this. Yeah,
who can explain more on this?
All right. Yeah, by the way, the resource person for this session is past Assistant Governor Lim Po Hu. Yeah, we give him a chance to say something. Yeah. Oh, wake up.
So after they can have everything and see. But
I was informed that Michael up to 300 for non-profit organization. So last week I was sending all the application, and our district qualified, but I do not see any offer. Team license is concerned. I'm still pursuing the matter, but our district has been given offer for some donated products plus some discounts. Okay, I have the email. I'm pursuing the matter. Governor is aware of what the district is doing, but by no means saying Microsoft Teams nor Zoom, even though we're using district account for Zoom. Okay, this is left to the club. And then again, all these apps and all depends on your own security system in your laptop, as what Nagesh has been telling you. Yeah, that's all for now from the district secretary. As far as Microsoft Teams license is concerned, any developments, we will keep the district informed. Thank you.
Sorry, Pohu, the 300 license that you meant is 300 users or 300 clubs that can use?
I was told that it's 300 licenses. It's up to governor how he wants to distribute it if we get it. Yeah.
All right. So
There's some clubs may take it as what do you call that, instruction from district. So this is on a what do you call that? It's not a right. Yeah, it's a privilege. If you want it, you apply. You ask for it, we give you. But we are not standing by whatever safety features or whatever security risk there is as far as Microsoft Teams is concerned. That's the stand of district.
All right. So maybe we will wait for announcement from the district for official announcement, then we'll understand better. All right. While scrolling up the chat, I found a question from Shankar. Sorry, AG Shankar. Sorry, we missed it earlier. His question is, although there is freedom to use any platform for virtual meetings, is Zoom the endorsed platform by District 3300 and RI?
Okay. Can I answer that?
Both can answer.
Okay. As far as endorsement is concerned, there is not exact word as endorsement in from the RI as well as the District 3300. I take the privilege telling that, because we cannot ask the clubs what we want them to use. They decide, they choose what they want to use. Okay. This is a famous word from Raj. You decide. Okay. Okay. Yes. RI has not endorsed directly, but when you go to the link which I have shared in the chat, one of the links goes to RI website, okay, wherein you have to log in, and RI suggests you 3 different video conferencing solutions. One is Skype. They didn't mention Skype meeting. Maybe that is Skype meeting. Number 2 is GoToMeeting, and the third one is Zoom. Not in that order, but they are Zoom. They have negotiated with Zoom, and they are getting 20% discount. If RI has put their names in their website, I presume that it's endorsed.
Or recommended. Which word? Endorsed or recommended?
Recommended.
I don't think it's just an offer. You get a discount, that's all. I think that's all.
Yeah, because I don't remember seeing any of these 2 words there.
Yeah. Okay, and can I answer Suresh's this thing? He was talking about Jitsi. Now he's talking about Facebook. Yes. Just this week, they have announced, Facebook has announced something similar to Zoom. I have not checked it. And there are hundreds of video conferencing solutions available online. Okay, that's what we meant. Okay, we cannot give you the list of all the video conferencing solutions. We can sit with one-to-one with the club, see what is their requirement, whether they're technically, all the members are technically feasible to use. For example, my club, we are around 94, 95 people. Okay, some people could not get into Zoom first to 1 or 2 meetings because that Zoom itself was a major issue for them. So if I introduce Google Hangouts or Microsoft Teams and all, hardly 4 members will be there out of 94. So it depends on the club, the technology. If it's a young club, of course, adaptability will be easier. People with older, this thing will be a little difficult. I had problem with LD Raja. A lot of people could not get into Zoom also.
All right. Dr. Bernard? On that matter? All right. Okay, so I think we can move to the wrap up. So, Dr. Bernard, would you like to do a wrap up on this before I move to IDG and IDT?
Yeah, I think that it is up to your choice to use which platform is good for you. I think Zoom is easy, and for hosting meetings, I think it's quite easy. So we've been using Zoom, and then we've had in-person meetings of 10 or 15 people, and then a few members are outstation and they can Zoom in. So that might be possible in the future when after MCO. The other thing is that if you any clubs you have any questions that you want to ask, you can also send me a message, send a text. We will be happy to help you. Thank you.
All right, thank you. But you have not used Microsoft Teams yet, yeah?
I've used as a participant, not as a host.
All right, okay. Thank you, PhD Dr. Bernard. And PhD Nagesh, in your wrap-up, can you also answer Dr. Rajender's question about the discounts that TechSoup is offering for Zoom?
Okay, the first thing is, as far as the security is concerned, like I told you again, this is the third time I'm mentioning, it's not the Zoom platform which is not secure, it's our setting. So make sure you follow those settings and follow the advisory which was sent in the e-group. You will not have any problems. Okay, I'm not vouching on it, but but I can say, means this, it depends on a lot of parameters are there. Even your computer has a problem, means if it has a malware already, whatever this thing you use, you will have an issue. So Zoom don't have security issue as far as at the moment. Okay, it's us. We need to make sure our settings are okay. What was PDG Rajender's question?
The discount that TechSoup is offering for Zoom.
Okay, this discount is offered by RI. So the link is in the chat. You can go there and log in using MyRotary. You get 20% discount. I'm not sure whether it's for 1 year or just 1 month, but you get a 20% discount. Normally it's $14.99. If you go through the link, it's around $12, 12 USD per month.
I think the PDG Rajender is talking about another one. There's a TechSoup discount.
It's a TechSoup.org/Zoom.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Bernard, you can answer.
They're giving it for 1 year at 65 USD.
This is a separate this thing, is it?
Okay, you just write on techsoup.org/Zoom.
Oh, it's not RI.
Maybe past President Shirley Ho, Rotary Club of Subang, are you here? You know about this TechSoup discount, right? Can you tell us your experience?
Yeah, like what PDG Rajender, Dr. Rajender said, it's about 60 USD a year. So if you convert, it's quite cheap compared to what you would have to pay on a normal basis. However, you have to register your organization as a non-profit organization. So there's some paperwork that need to be submitted in. It's made easy because Rotary International has already established a link with TechSoup. So when you mention just the name Rotary, they will just want some supporting documents and also an email address that shows that you are an NGO. If you're using common email addresses like Gmail, then it needs to be supported with a letterhead, your club letterhead, and signed off by the president in order to vouch for that. So once they approve you as your club as an NGO, then you stand to get that discount, which is way cheaper than what you would get in the other sites.
I'd like to add something also, Raj.
Nicholas.
To add on to what past President Shirley just mentioned, TechSoup is also actually the portal that's been authorized to qualify NGOs if you want to apply for free accounts like free Google Suite accounts and also a few other things also. So if you want to apply for the Google Suite, you want to do the Hangouts, everything, they'll first require you to get TechSoup qualification. So which means I'd like to echo back what PP Shirley mentioned just now. You need to get your tax exam or your ROS registration or at least a letterhead to verify that you are an NGO that works out on charitable purposes. So that's adds on to what Shirley just mentioned just now.
Yeah, even personally, the last I heard about TechSoup, like I know even my own club, our application was rejected because we are not operating as a non-profit in the US. We are out of US. That's when they started looking at Microsoft Teams and Google Hangout, and we got hooked to Microsoft Teams. That's what I heard, but I'm not I can't vouch that yet. All right, before I move to our incoming governor, there's V. Balakrishnan has raised his hand. Didn't Balakrishnan would like to say something? Okay, I'll get to lower his hand then.
Accidentally.
All right, accidental, so I lowered his hand. All right, so can I call upon incoming governor for his feedback on this session, on Zoom and technical session?
Yeah,
Governor?
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Raj. Now, my dear friends and fellow Rotarians, good day to you. And to our Muslim friends, Salam Ramadan. Yeah. Now, today marks the conclusion of phase 2 of our e-learning program. I thank you for your passion, commitment.
Sorry, incoming governor. Sorry to interrupt you. Maybe this feedback is only for this session. Using the Zoom.
Okay.
Yeah, your wrap up is a bit later.
Okay. Yeah. Definitely, I think Zoom is good. We learn a lot. When we started off, in fact, we are very uncertain. A lot of hiccups on the first day, but as we move along, we find it very, very useful. In fact, so many other clubs are using it. RI, in fact, even RI officers are using Zoom for their meeting. I've joined their meeting a couple of times. I have also joined the Zoom meeting organized by other districts as well. So as far as a Zoom meeting is concerned, this is something which all of us have learned. Fantastic, yeah? That's my feedback.
All right, so thank you. Our leader is really encouraging us to go on tech. All right, okay, thank you very much. So as mentioned, this session is the last session of our room, but it's not the last room. The new rooms will be opening soon. It's already in the planning. So just to encourage and motivate you guys further, but I'm not going to announce anything yet. All right, but stay on tune. Stay tuned. All right. So now we're going to go to the wrap-up session. So first, I'd like to invite the incoming district trainer, past District Governor Kiranjit Kaur, for her wrap-up remarks before we go to incoming governor. PDG Kiranjit.
Thank you, Raj. Thank you very much. Rotarians and friends, I hope you enjoyed our session with PAG Dr. Bernard and PAG Nagesh Mahajan earlier. Now, it's because you wanted, we wanted a repeat of the session. There was such fantastic input on the first day that we had that session. So we brought up the same session, maybe more impact today. Now, for our wrap-up session, I'm going to just address everyone here. It's really a pleasure to have these few minutes. I wanted to share our story. When our leadership made our announcement for the cancellation of our 86th District Training Assembly on the 19th of March, it was one day after our MCO started. Not knowing what to do, and nearly 2 weeks into the MCO, I decided that I should not let the situation get the better of me. And with discussion with our IDG and our training team, on the 27th of March, we decided that we should proceed with our online training for incoming club officers. And we launched our online training DTA on the 7th of April, 2020. Now, we had participation from nearly all clubs and their incoming club officers. Incoming club leaders were proactive and did not let the situation around them hinder their learning, and it was truly amazing. It's really, truly heartwarming for our training team to see the activity and the enthusiasm that our incoming club leaders had. It was just it was like looking at the graceful swans that's swimming and moving about on a beautiful, calm lake. But underneath the water, there is much activity that's happening. The IAGs were busy, the club presidents were busy getting the program, our online training program, moving. And most of you would know that it took a lot of liaising with our Rotary International Learning Center, and Rotarians were actually learning or updating a lot of information that we could get with Rotary, www.rotary.org. As you can see, the results that was announced showed about 43 clubs completed their grant management seminar and 30 clubs completed their online training. This was as per my announcement on the 21st of April. And as we speak today, more and more clubs are increasing or sending in their forms and completing their online training modules and doing their online grant seminars. Congratulations also to our incoming club secretary of the Rotary Club of Bukit Bintang, Rotarian Cheng Mei Lan, for her amazing experience on being our District 3300 Learning Center champion. With the enthusiasm of Rotarians that was just radiating on the district team, as well as from the feedback that we could see in all our leaders' WhatsApp group, we decided then to roll out our Rotary Opens Opportunities Masterclass session. And that was rolled out on the 21st of April, 2020. Now, I was apprehensive about this. And I must admit that when we started, we went on because I was very confident with the excellent support and courage that the district training team, the district technical team, and the district secretariat gave us to roll this out with. Now, we could not be here today without the support of this fantastic group of people. We were learning as we were going along. I know there were some phone calls I made even to incoming trainer Karti, very concerned that whether we will actually be able to move this forward. Now, we had an average of 100 participants in each of our room sessions from the day we started. Today itself, when we started, it was around 150. Now, this is undoubtedly a very positive response from all of you. Now, we had more than 1,200 Rotarians that had participated in our room sessions. We had 12 sessions and an average of 1,100 participants in each session. And that was even after we kept it. We wanted a small group, and 100 was a maximum that we were ready to go forward with, so that not to overwhelm our GDLs. Now, our training team had indeed been motivated with the response that has been given to our Rotary Open Opportunities Masterclass session. I take this opportunity to thank all group discussion leaders, resource Rotarians, and all hosts and Rotarians that have been instrumental in making Rotary Open Opportunities Masterclass sessions a great experience for all participating incoming club leaders and Rotarians in our district. My sincere apologies that we were not able to feature all group discussion leaders that had attended our group discussion leaders training seminar on the 8th of March 2020 in Pearl International Hotel. However, I had to make a decision on how best to present room to our Rotarians that allows us to complement our online training program that had been rolled out for our incoming club officers. We hope that with the encouragement that we have received, our training team and all future training programs, especially with regards to membership, with regards to the Rotary Foundation and public image in the incoming Rotary year, will have an added advantage in knowing how to reach out to Rotarians in our district despite the challenges that we have. Now, friends, for those who are still completing their online training modules, for club president-elects who are still doing that, please, you're very welcome to complete all those modules and send them in by the 28th of June 2020. The Learning Center will be opening up the Learning Center, and by 28th of June or by the new Rotary year, we will not maybe have the category of District 3300 modules in the Learning Center. A special thanks to our training team which now basically we know it as our training technical team. Special thanks to incoming District Secretary Sally, incoming District Secretary 2 Shirley Ho, members of our District Secretariat. Now, you have done a lot. As a team, we have been able to actually carry out what we thought was an impossibility with the cancellation of our District Training Assembly. I was especially touched when a member of our training team during one of our late night meetings said, although they were very tired, and they said that it doesn't matter. The effort that we are making by rolling out these training events allows us to assist together with trained GDLs to assist in the training of Rotarians who will then go out to organize bigger, better projects for the community. So we are doing our part in a whole scheme of things in our Rotary experience. Thank you for your support. And if there's any shortcomings on our online training program, and also our room series, our Rotary Open Opportunities Masterclass series, I take full responsibility for that. I apologize that we could not allow all of our GDLs to have their sessions as what we had planned for the in-person DTA in Ipoh. Dear IDG, thank you. Thank you for the opportunity for leading our very first district online training for our incoming club officers. We, as District 3300 Rotarians, did not allow the adversity to limit our abilities to adapt. Now, we hope that our online program had increased our district's training impact, and we had expanded our reach to reach out more Rotarians. I truly believe that we have been able to do that in this month by our programs, and to be able to enhance the participation of Rotarians who was engaged in our program. In fact, nearly 1,200 Rotarians to be exact, and very easily around 50 or 60 Rotary clubs or incoming club officers for those clubs. And most importantly, we as Rotarians have shown that we were able to adapt with the programs in our current situation. So we had shown adaptability. Now, to all Rotarians in District 3300, on behalf of our training team, we thank you for your support and we thank you for your participation. Thank you, District Governor Leo. Thank you, IDG KSTO. As Rotary connects the world, Rotary also opens opportunities for all of us. I wish you all the very best, and I thank you on behalf of the training team and my friends in our District Secretariat and all the GDLs for giving us this opportunity to participate in our District 3300 training of our incoming club officers, and for all Rotarians who have also participated. Thank you, and we really hope to have more support as we roll out for our new Rotary year. Thank you very much.
Thank you, incoming district trainer, past district governor Kiranjit Kaur. Yes, I have to agree with you. We were inspiring and encouraging a lot of Rotarians because every day the attendance was increasing. If we had continued this for another week or two, I think we'll be bursting 300-400 members here, attendance. All right. Now let's listen to our incoming governor, Teo Kwan Swee, on his wrap-up remarks. Over to you, Governor.
Thank you, PAG Raj. And also thank you, incoming district trainer, PAG Kiranjit. You made a fantastic, wrap-up. Thank you so much. My dear friends, today marks the conclusion of phase 2 of our e-learning program. I thank you for your passion, commitment, and active participation in this program since the launch 3 weeks ago on the 7th of April. Now, for your information, we have received overwhelming response, full house every day. And I must apologize to those who couldn't gain entry into the classroom for some of the topics held. We will see what we can do after this, yeah? E-learning seminars from start to fruition. It's a totally new experience and learning curve for every one of us in the district, me in particular. Now, along the way, we encountered minor hiccups here and there. We, however, learned and improved as we move along. Now, from the e-learning program, I'm sure you now know that we have a great pool of talented and experienced group discussion leaders and resource persons in our district. We have learned and taken home a lot of valuable points for us to plan ahead. Please contact them if you need them to share the experiences, ideas, and knowledge with your club members. I'm sure they are more than happy to oblige. I must put on record, like what our incoming district trainer, Piriji Karanjit, has put it. I must put on record again that people to thank for this successful e-learning program. Now, primarily DG Leo, my advisor, Piriji Dr. Paul Lee, and the 2020-21 EXCO for the support. Our incoming district trainer, Piriji Karanjit, and her team for their resourcefulness and hard work for putting the training ideas and seminars program together. Our 2020-21 district secretariat, headed by PAG Salito, for playing a very supportive role in the organization and coordination works. Our technical team, comprising PAG Puhu, PAG Dr. Bernard Chan, PAG Nagesh, PAG Raj, PP Shirley Ho, and PP Chiang Sia Ren, we would not have such a wonderful and smooth running program without this team. And once again, our very committed and capable training GDLs, resource persons, and hosts, Piriji Dr. Rasu, Piriji Dr. Rajinda, Piriji Siti, Piriji Leslie, PAG Limpuhu, PAG Karti, PAG Susan Tu, PAG Raj, PAG Dr. Pundat Chan, PAG Nagesh, Rotarian Calvin Koo, and Rotarian Nicholas. It is this very dedicated team who responded positively to the call, despite a very short notice that made this happen. Thank you. Lastly, my thanks to all of you, my brothers and sisters in Rotary. It is you who inspire us to move on. Once again, my thanks and appreciation to all of you for being with us in this journey. Now, Rome is new, Rome is different. This is only the beginning. Rome will be here to stay even after the movement control order and COVID-19 pandemic. Now, allow me to take this opportunity to announce the good news that RIPE Hawker Connect will be joining our Zoom meeting on the 26th June 2020. It will be open to all, and the details will be sent out later. With that, thank you, and see you in person soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Governor. Thank you. And to everyone here, thank you for coming today. And if you realize, we did not say it's a closing remark. We said it's a wrap up because it may be the last for today, but not for the year. Right? Room will be back, and mark my word, Room will be back. So thank you very much. I'm your host, Raj, and thank you to my co-host, PAG Limpoho, Rotarian Nicholas Chan, and PP Chiang. Thank you very much. And House of Friendship is open. Fellowship starts now. And yes, I'm going to make an important announcement, guys. Hopefully no one left. Yeah, no one left. We have prepared a survey form, and we need your cooperation to complete the survey form. It's a feedback plus survey form because we want to know how you felt, how you feel about this whole experience of Room this past 1 week. And also we want to know what else do you want. So this is a time for you to tell us what you want in the next Room 3.0. All right, so I'm going to post the, I just sent the URL of the feedback form in the chat window. So please, we need your assistance, cooperation to complete this survey form, so that we will know what to do for you in the next 3.0. So thank you very much again. Please hang around in the House of Friendship room. The bottles are ready. It's open. The glass is yours. So yes, fellowship is open now. Thank you. Thank you for